Hi there, my magical star beings. This is Psychic Siren Tarot, and welcome to the channel. Happy late New Year's. I took a little bit of a break, but I missed all of you. Let me know down in the comments how your holiday season went. I hope all of you enjoyed, whether you were staying with your family, whether you were alone or with friends, going out. Let me know how your holiday season was. Yeah, by the way, if you hear my voice sounds a little bit weird, I'm still recovering from a cold. So in today's reading, we're going to be focusing on who are you becoming? You know, when we are going into the new year, we always create New Year's resolutions, goals. You know, we look at who we want to become, what our dream life, we envision. Okay, so this reading is going to be all about that in terms of looking at who are you becoming, especially this year. Okay, so we have 3 piles over here for you to choose from. So for pile number 1, we have the crystal Amazonite. For pile number 2, we have rose quartz. And for pile number 3, we have amethyst. So I'm going to give you a few seconds to pick a pile. Pick whichever pile you're most drawn to, the one that is calling out to your soul the most, and that will be a pile for today. But of course, if you're drawn to more than one pile, there may be more messages there for you, so always trust your intuition. Once you're done picking a pile, please find the timestamps for your pile in the description box below, and then I'll see you at your reading. Hi there, my pile number ones. If you chose this Amazonite crystal and the Lost Lands card, this reading is for you. We're going to be taking a look at who are you becoming. So if you missed the intro, I just want to say Happy New Year's to all of you. I know it's a little bit late, but I have taken a break from readings, but I'm back now. I'm still recovering from a cold, so if you can hear my voice sounds a little bit weird, that's why. Okay, so I just want to say as a disclaimer, only take what resonates, leave the rest. The card you chose is from the Starseed Oracle deck, and it says Lost Lands, Soul Memories and Gifts. You've done this before. So what I take from this card, my pile number ones, who you are becoming. I feel like you're becoming someone that you have already been before. This card can either relate to the past in this current incarnation, this current life, or someone we were in a past life. Okay, so let's say that you were a specific type of person in a past life, and you know that energy still remains within you. That potential of who you became in that past life still remains within you, lying dormant, waiting to come out. You know, like your potential waiting to come out. That kind of dream version of you that you had already reached or mastered in a past life. You are starting to become this version of yourself. Or this could be someone you have already been in the past. Let's say this could be, you know, almost like you becoming a version of yourself you were once in childhood or as a teenager. And it's not to say you're going to go backwards in life, but more so take on certain traits from those areas of your life, of certain parts of yourself from the past you reminisce on, like those versions of yourself that you like, and taking that on, and with this evolved version of you that you are right now, you know, you're adding it onto that. So as I tapped into your energy, pile one, I saw a vision of Cindy Lou from The Grinch when she is in the Christmas wrapping packet. Well, not packet, Christmas wrapping. She's like wrapped around all in Christmas wrapping. And it's so cute. But what I take from this vision is I feel like this version of yourself you are starting to become has already started happening in the December holidays. Something has Something has arisen within you within the December holidays that influences you to become this version of yourself. And I'm seeing circles like this. So it's like a process as you become this version of yourself. It doesn't just happen overnight. So that's what I want you to keep in mind. This past life version of you could, if you relate to the past life energy instead of past energy, could also have certain gifts or talents waiting within you to be unlocked. Very, very cool. I never expected this message, but I love it nonetheless. So I'm actually pretty excited because I got a new tarot deck in December, and we're going to use it for the first time. This is the Tarot of the Divine. So let's go ahead and shuffle your cards and let's see what your spirit guides have to say about who you are becoming, pile one. Spirit guides of my pile number ones. Ooh. Spirit guides of my pile number ones. So there's this huge energy shift here with this with the Chariot card. It's a huge energy shift you're undergoing. Spirit guides of my pile number ones. Who are they becoming? Who are my pile number ones becoming? We have the Tower card. With this, I heard breaking away of old patterns, of limited beliefs, of, things that prevent you from becoming this best version of yourself, or this favorite version of yourself, or this happiest version of yourself. It's like something is breaking away, whatever is not you. For example, let's say if we go through certain things in our life that, for example, like traumas, that can influence us to kind of take on certain quote unquote personality traits that we think are personality traits, but they're actually coping mechanisms. So I even see that for some of you, but just take it as it resonates, of course. So we have the King of Swords, or just the versions of you that are not aligned to the version of you want to become, that is breaking away here. With this card, I'm actually seeing a vision of, what was that movie? It's a Disney movie, Disney princess movie. Sleeping Beauty, when the prince, of course, is cutting through all the vines. Over here, I'm seeing that vision. So I guess you're cutting through all the vines of, your own garden of yourself. If we imagine it like this, it's the garden of you, and you're cutting away the vines that are not supposed to be there. And that's what I see here with the Tower card, and that's currently happening right now. Okay, we have the Five of Coins, and then after all the vines are cut away, you get the beautiful garden that you have blossomed into, the beautiful flower you've blossomed into. So you're blossoming, pile one. We have the King of Cups. Who are they becoming? We have the Eight of Coins, Eight of Pentacles. Who are they becoming, please? We have the Lovers. We have the Five of Wands. Who are they becoming, please? We have the World. We have the Magician, and I'm noticing one extra card with the Ten of Cups. I love this energy. Okay, and then at the end, we're going to pull some more oracle cards, so just stay tuned for that. At the back of the deck, we have the Seven of Swords. Okay, my pile number one. So the Amazonite crystal you chose. This is a crystal of healing. It brings in a lot of healing into our lives, and I feel this is what you've been going through A lot of this healing in terms of your emotions, and I'm seeing in terms of who you're becoming, my pal ones. There's this big shift and awakening. Awakening is the word I'm hearing, of this new version of yourself that is about to be unlocked. Like, I'm seeing this tower here, and it's reminding me of, I don't know why I keep seeing Disney princesses, but maybe you're becoming, well, for my women here or those that like Disney movies, maybe you're becoming more of that version of yourself, like from childhood, with that childlike wonder. Anyways, I'm seeing with the tower, it's reminding me of Princess Fiona when she's locked up in the tower, and I'm seeing, the door being unlocked. So it's like whatever version of you that was waiting to emerge, the version of you wanted to become, that was lying dormant within you, it's being unlocked. But before this version of us is unlocked, it's almost like we're defeating the dragon. We're maybe not defeating the dragon, but outsmarting the dragon. In Shrek, he didn't defeat the dragon, but he outsmarted it because he basically like got it stuck, if you watch the movie. So I'm really picking up on here, this version of you that you're becoming is the version of you that you're saving from the past, the version of you that was stuck. And it's like you're freeing this version of yourself and allowing them to live within you. So I take this as your inner child, or even if certain, we mentioned past lives, like let's say whatever I'm seeing here that I'm going to mention now is a pattern that you've gone through in past lives, and in this life you're mastering it, you're breaking free from that, because the world card also indicates, an ending of a cycle. So there's a huge ending of a cycle here and a shift in your energy. And I feel here, my pal ones, whatever you're healing from, you've been through a lot, and I'm so, so, so sorry. I want to give you a big hug. Like, you've been through a lot in your relationships to others. It doesn't have to be romantic, but I'm just seeing here it has to do with certain karmic connections you went through with the Five of Wands. And these karmic connections really taught you a lot about your own shadow, your own wounded self. As I look at this image of Beauty and the Beast here on the Lover's card, she's giving love to the beast, and I'm almost hearing like dancing with the devil, but it's not scary or bad in the sense of, we all have our shadow self, we all have that shadow version of us, and that is the wounded version of us that has grown angry, that has grown defensive, that has grown to not trust the world, to put up this big guard. And I feel like you're letting go of that guard. You're giving love to the wounded version of self. And this is healing within you, where I see this harmony between all versions of yourself, between your past life self, your inner child, your inner teenager, your shadow self, your wounded self. This harmony and this dance between the both of you and the love. I see you reaching the states of self-love and who you are becoming after this healing journey. So in terms of who you're becoming, I went on a little bit of a rant there, sorry. In terms of who you're becoming, I see you becoming a person that is more harmonic, more in this embodiment of divine love for yourself and for others. And I see you moving away from certain karmic connections. I see you learning your worth, and that's who you're becoming. You're becoming this person that knows your worth, that doesn't allow people around you that are going to be poison for you, I'm almost seeing that thing of like your body is a temple, and certain people like this can be poison to that temple. Because I feel like you're a very sensitive soul, and I feel like you're becoming more okay with that, because I feel like you're someone very in tune with your feelings and in tune with that deep emotional side of yourself. And I feel like you are a healer, my pal number ones. I feel like you have healing gifts. But as you awaken these healing gifts, you first go on this initiation to healing yourself. And I see you becoming this healed version of yourself. And I know we can never be fully healed, but I see you just becoming more in love with life, becoming more in love with love, having, divine love surrounding you. And I see you becoming more of this person that kind of has that community around you in whatever way you relate to, you know. I see you being more surrounded with people in this version of yourself that you're becoming. And it's not just like, okay, I'm my own individual self. It's like, I'm me and I am the people around me. I hope that makes sense. But what I mean by this is these people that are going to be surrounding you or that are already surrounding you are very healthy connections. They feel like soul family connections with the 10 of Cups here. And it feels like you're so in harmony with them, with this divine love around you, in this version of yourself you're becoming, that you're becoming the embodiment of divine love. Of love for self and love for others, with this balance here. I see you becoming more of a person that is also emotionally stable and balanced here with the King of Cups. And you are finding your own power with this dragon, the sea dragon. You're finding your own power because dragons represent power within your emotional aspect. I feel like you're becoming more comfortable with the fact that you are someone that feels deeply, and you're becoming more stable within that. I feel like you've worked on yourself a lot with the Eight of Pentacles, and whatever work you've done on yourself, that is paying off in terms of this version of yourself you're becoming. So I see you becoming a person that is also a lot more intellectual with the King of Swords. I see you, trusting in yourself more, trusting in your mind more. So, for example, let's say you make certain decisions in your life in the near future. I see you trusting yourself more in the sense of, I don't need to ask other people for validation. Like, I know what I want to do and I'm following my intuition. I'm following my heart. I'm following this. You know what I mean? I see you becoming more like that. I see you becoming this person that accepts their past but is also ready to move forward to the future. I see you becoming this version of divine love. I see you becoming this person that is almost like enjoying life more, falling in love with life more. Do you see how they're dancing here in the World card? It gives me this very happy-go-lucky feeling. So I feel like you're almost like creating the dream version of self with the Magician, but also creating your dream life. And it's filled with this very happy-go-lucky feeling. I also see you becoming more of this person that experiences joy and love in each and every moment. Even when you're working here with the Eight of Pentacles, some of you may actually, find love in what you do for work. And if you're not there yet, then this could happen in the future. That's what I see here as well. I feel like you're letting your guard down. Before, if you were someone that felt all alone. Again, Shrek is coming up. I don't know why. I'm hearing Donkey when he's like, I'm all alone. There's no one here beside me. And I'm laughing because he's so funny when he sings that. But maybe you felt very much like alone, very much like you couldn't trust anyone, because I feel like the people in your past really, we have the Seven of Swords at the back of the deck. They were in this deceptive energy. And I feel like you were almost stabbed in the back, and now it's like you're inviting this new soul family into your life. You're opening up your heart again. You're becoming one with love. And I feel like that's a theme I see here. So I hope I described and explained this correctly. I haven't been doing readings for a while, so forgive me for that. But yeah, let's pull some more oracle cards. I really feel very positive for your reading in terms of who you're becoming. You're becoming more of a positive, optimistic person, falling in love with the dance of life. That's what I feel here. So we have empathetic starseed, energetic sovereignty, absorbing what's not yours. So I feel like you're becoming more in touch with that empathetic side of you. And I feel like you're going to have more connections and relationships around you that truly mirror what you want to manifest in your life. With the magician next to this mirror here. It's like your dream life, the dream people you want around you are going to be mirrored to you. I know that's not about your dream life, but it's like who you're becoming includes the people that are going to be around you. And I feel like you're becoming more empathetic, more nurturing toward yourself, but also others, and becoming more accepting of this version of self. Especially if this is not going to relate to everyone, but if you went through situations in your life where people called you too sensitive or, shamed you for being someone that felt so deeply or being someone that loved so hard, it's like you're going to fully accept the side of yourself because this is your gift. This is the beauty in you. Yeah, this is your gift. You are the gift. I remember watching a video of Lexi the Leo where she was like, "You are the gift." So interesting. Okay, and then we have the golden children with inner child tenderness, innocence, and rare gifts, confirmation. So you're becoming more of this, maybe like inner child version of yourself. Like this version of self that is more happy-go-lucky, that is more free-spirited, that accepts their tender heart and loves their tender heart. Because our hearts aren't meant to be hardened. We're meant to open up our hearts. And I feel like this is who you're becoming. You're becoming someone that can see the magic in everything, that can see the magic in yourself, that can see color in life, color in yourself, the beauty in yourself and the beauty in life. And it's going back to this, like falling in love with the dance of life. That's what I feel here. Let's get one more card from the Astral Realms Crystal Oracle, and then we're going to end off here. So any last information, spirit guides, on my pal ones in terms of who they're becoming? So we have Jupiter with Apophyllite, card 26, and Curiosity. So Jupiter could indicate an expansion you're going through. You're expanding as a person, not only becoming that past version of self that is more healed, that is more, like free, but you're also expanding in who you are right now. Expanding on that, I feel the throat chakra energies. You're also becoming someone more outspoken. And I feel this is going to be balanced with love, You're going to speak up for yourself in a way where you're still being kind, you're still being your kind-hearted self, but you're also honoring yourself more. So there's a lot of energies here of self-worth and you becoming someone that knows your worth, that is ready to walk away from anything that doesn't match up to what you know you're worthy of. Curiosity kind of reminds me of Alice in Wonderland now when she goes down the rabbit hole. So I feel like you're going to become more of a curious soul, more of this adventurous soul. I'm seeing travel even for some of you if you want to travel in this lifetime, or just, being very adventurous towards life and being curious in terms of what I can find in each beautiful day. What I can find in myself, like that type of energy is what I feel here. So this is where I'm going to end off your reading, pal number one. I really hope you enjoyed this reading, and I'm so proud of you for all the work you've done on yourself, for all the healing. You're definitely going through a big shift. So if you like this reading, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I can't wait to see you in my next reading. Bye! Hi there, my pile number twos. If you chose this rose quartz heart crystal and the card Inner Earth, this reading is for you. We're going to be taking a look at who are you becoming. So I just want to say, if you didn't see the intro, happy New Year's. It's been a while since I did readings, so I know it's a little bit late, yeah, but just wanted to say that. Let me know down in the comments how your holidays were. I just love to connect with you and chat with you. Yeah, so the card you chose says Inner Earth with You'll Survive This, New Solutions and Beginnings. So yeah, in terms of who you're becoming, just take what resonates, leave the rest. So I'm noticing we have a lot of earthy energies here. And in your card, it kind of feels like I'm coming out of this cave and seeing the world again. So maybe some of you have been in a little bit of a hermit journey, have been in a little bit of solitude in your own world. Now you're coming out to the world and allowing yourself to see the beauty of the world again. It kind of feels like, when we're indoors all week and then we go out and it feels so good. That's the feeling I get here. So maybe you're going to become more of an outdoorsy person, more of a person that likes to go out and experience nature, experience connections around you. Even if you're a little bit more of an introverted person or an extroverted person, doesn't matter, but just take it as it resonates as per you. So I feel you becoming more of this outdoorsy type of person, maybe even inviting in travel. I see something about travel here. That's not going to resonate with everyone, but if you have been wanting to travel in this lifetime, that could be a sign. I see you becoming more of a free-spirited person, kind of like finding peace in nature as well, in the earth. By the way, I'm still recovering from a cold, so if my voice sounds a little bit weird, I'm sorry. I feel like you're becoming more of a person that's grounded, more in touch with that grounded version of yourself. And I feel with this kind of shift you've been through, pal, too, I feel like you were in a hermit journey of solitude for a while, and I saw cleansing. Spirit was showing me like someone cleaning up their whole home. So I take that as you cleansing, something cleansing in your life, cleansing in you. And I feel like now that you've gone through this cleanse, you're becoming more tranquil and more grounded in your sense of self. And like a tree, a tree grows new leaves every day. So I feel like the version of yourself you're becoming is not just one dimensional, it's ever growing. And I feel like Spirit is showing me furniture upside down. When in movies, like their whole life turns upside down, literally. And it's not in a bad way where your life is turning upside down, but it's like it may feel like life is almost turning upside down, like you're almost going to the opposite version of self. So, for example, let's say there are a lot of intuitives here, and when I say you're becoming more grounded, you're like, what? I'm not a grounded person. It kind of gives me that vibe, like you're integrating that opposite version of self that you've never been before. So it feels very new to you. And it's not like you're letting go of that old version of self completely. You're growing onto it like a tree grows new leaves. So I'm seeing something about that. I also see something about a move. It's like you're a bigger fish that needs a bigger tank right now. So I feel like some of you have outgrown your environment, whether that be your home, something like that, your career. I don't know what it is, but you've outgrown some kind of environment and you're moving on to bigger. And I feel that happening with this version of yourself that you're becoming. And it says here new solutions and beginnings. So maybe you're becoming someone more solution orientated and you're becoming more of this new beginning version of self. that you've never been before, so it feels very new to you. And with You'll Survive This, I feel like I'm hearing that song, I'm a Survivor. So I feel like you've gone through a lot in life and you're coming out of this and you're surviving, but you're not only surviving in this next chapter of your life, you're thriving. That's what I hear from Spirit. So we're going to be using the Tarot of the Divine. This is a new tarot deck. It actually came in December, so I'm actually really excited to use it. So let's get started with your cards. At the end, we're going to get some more oracle cards. So Spirit Guides of my pile number 2s. Spirit guides of my pile number 2s, who are they becoming? So we have the Chariot. So this card also came out in pile 1, but if you weren't drawn, I don't feel the need to tell you to go watch it, but I also feel like just saying maybe you're also going through like this huge shift in your energy where it feels very big with the Chariot. So, Spirit Guides of pile 2, who are they becoming? The Fool, new beginnings. More confirmation. It's like this new version of yourself you've never been. You've never been this version of self before. We have Strength. You're becoming stronger. Yes, I love that pile 2. You're realizing your inner strength and power. Queen of Swords. The Devil. Who is this new version of self they're becoming that they've never been? We have the Nine of Swords. We have the Queen of Wands. We have the Nine of Wands. We have the Ace of Wands, all this fiery energy. And we have the Knight of Cups. Okay, I feel 2 extra cards want to come out here, so I'm just going to put them here at the side and we'll look at them in a moment. At the back of the deck, we have the Two of Swords. So my pile number 2s, who you're becoming. The funny thing is, I mentioned I'm sick with a cold, like I'm still recovering, but I just felt like coughing in your reading the whole time, even though I already have a cough, but I never coughed that much in pile 1. And it's quite interesting because we have the Queen of Swords here. So there's a lot of throat chakra energies that I will mention right now. But I just want to mention here with the Fool card, we see this depiction of the Little Mermaid when she is looking at the other world she wants to become a part of. If you remember the story, she was a mermaid, but she wants to be part of the human world. So I feel like you're very mystical beings right now. You've always been very mystical souls, or you've always had, this kind of magical side to you, whether you realize it or not. Consciously or subconsciously, you've always been a person with a magic within your soul, my pal too. And I feel like you've always been an extremely loving person. Sometimes so loving and so forgiving that you are very tolerant. I feel like in the past maybe you were too tolerant. And it's not to say that you love too hard, because I feel like with this big heart, it's significant. You have a really big heart, pal, too. And it's not that you love too hard, because I feel like that divine gift of love you have, it's your gift. You're meant to love hard. But I feel like you've had certain people around you that were in this devil energy in the past, in this very manipulative, controlling, or vindictive, toxic energy with the devil, and they were toxic to you. So imagine yourself as like a merman, mermaid, merman, merperson, and you're swimming around and these toxic individuals are like poisoning your water. So imagining it like that, they were poisoning your environment and not appreciating the love you were giving them. Or this could have been a company you worked at, this could have been a situation you were in. And we see a lot of this energy of like fire burning. And over here, this house is burning inside, but she's outside. So I feel like you're letting go of past toxic situations, people, habits, um, even toxic versions of self that we no longer want to be. Like, of course, we can be very loving individuals, but we can also notice some traits within us that we don't want to be. So I feel like you're fully letting go of this. You're letting that old situation burn away, and you're walking away from it. It almost reminds me of Lana Del Rey, that image of her when she's walking away and there's burning behind her. I don't know if it was a burning building or I don't know, but it reminds me of that. Iconic. So this is an iconic moment in your life where you're becoming this newfound version of self in this whole new world that you haven't experienced before. And like this big fish, you have outgrown that old environment and you're leaving that behind and you're creating a new environment. That's what I see here, creating a new version of self. I'm also clairvoyantly seeing, like when we play games and we want to kind of like decorate our character, upgrade our character. I'm seeing it like that. And you're choosing and adding personality traits that you want to have. Just like in certain games, we can add personality traits. We can change their clothing, their style, their hair. So I feel like maybe some of you are experimenting with new styles, new aesthetics, kind of thinking of the physical version you want to become as well as the internal version you want to become. And this feels very new to you. And I feel like in terms of who you're becoming more confident in yourself. You're becoming more of this individual that takes charge of your life with the Queen of Wands and is ready to burn away all the challenges of the past. You found and you are finding your inner strength and your inner power, my pile number twos. You're becoming a very powerful individual. And the word power might scare some of you, but do not be afraid of your own power, because it's like this volcano, it's waiting to erupt here in the background. This fire within you, this passion within you is waiting to erupt. So I feel like you're finding this newfound passion within yourself, passion for life. I feel like you're becoming more of an outgoing individual, maybe even becoming a lot more extroverted with the Queen of Wands, becoming more of this person that's optimistic about life. Even when you experience challenges with the Nine of Wands, you're able to look at life from more of a optimistic approach. And I feel here who you're becoming, more confident in self, even in your interactions with others. You're becoming more passionate about your relationships and about life, where you're sharing that with others and you're kind of being that one person that just lights up the whole world with color. That's what I feel you're becoming here, who you're becoming. And with the Nine of Swords here, you may have been a person that worried a lot in the past, that like maybe wanted to put yourself out there, but there was some fear, some anxiety preventing you from it. Some of you maybe have experienced social anxiety. I feel like you're slowly letting go of that and slowly becoming more of this confident, empowered version of self, where you can make decisions in an empowered way and not feel worried about the outcome or the future. So I feel you becoming less of a worried or anxious person. I don't want to say anxious person, because I don't feel that trait really defines a person, because we can experience anxiety, but we're not anxious people. Do you get what I mean? I feel like you're becoming more courageous, more strong, more powerful. That's the version of yourself you're becoming. You're also becoming a lot more outspoken with the Queen of Swords, and kind of like ready to mingle and socialize with others. It's like you're putting yourself back into the world. And I feel like maybe you took a break from people, especially if you had, like a lot of toxic connections in your life with the Devil card here. I feel like you have healed from this and now you're ready to come out into the world and create new relationships and find new meanings to love. That's what I feel here. Yeah, just like a lot more outgoing, a lot more outspoken, a lot more extroverted. Even if you're introverted or extroverted, I see you becoming this slowly but surely. And I see you kind of becoming like a socialite. I also feel a physical and internal glow up happening here within you with the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is a very magnetic person. So I feel like you're going to be very magnetic to certain opportunities you desire, newfound beginnings. You're becoming more solution orientated, more decisive, more trusting within yourself, more happy, more optimistic. I feel like that's what you're becoming. And with the Knight of Cups, you're also ready to open up your heart to people again. And maybe you're also finding new passions, new hobbies with the Ace of Wands, becoming a lot more outspoken, comfortable with boundaries with the Queen of Swords. Yeah. So the other cards we have is the Seven of Pentacles. You see, you've worked on yourself and you're ready to let that old version of you burn away. Or the old life you didn't like, the toxicness burn away. We have Justice. So again, becoming more truthful, more honest, but also becoming more honest with yourself in terms of what you want, who you want to become. Not only with the Justice card and Queen of Swords, you're ready to speak your truth and honor your own truth and honor yourself with boundaries and speaking up for yourself, defending yourself more. But also, I heard the word self-expression, authenticity. You're becoming more comfortable with being your authentic version of self in society, in the outside world, and self-expressing in whatever way you want to. Maybe you have already been this version of self, but maybe certain traits you're becoming more comfortable with expressing to the world. I feel that for some of you. And there's also something about a change in the way you see relationships, people, situations. There's a change in your perception happening here as you change and as your environment changes. So I feel like I'm seeing new character uploading, new environment, new scenery, new storytelling. I'm seeing that in terms of the version of self you're becoming. I'm also hearing the word sacred sensuality. You're becoming a lot more comfortable with that side of you. I don't want to go too in depth because this is not an 18 plus reading, but yeah, that's what I heard. So let's get your oracle cards. So this is the Starseed Oracle deck. I'm not sure if I mentioned this is the Tarot of the Divine. So who is my pile number 2 becoming? Spirit Guides of pile 2. We have You Got the Love with Hadarian energy, codependency, and boundaries. Who are my pile number 2s becoming? We have I Remember with Soul Plan, the Fated Life versus the Destiny Life. And at the back of the deck, we have Whale and Orca Elders with Share Your Song, Frequency of Sound, Diving Deep. So maybe some of you are creatives or you like to sing. That may not resonate with everyone, but maybe some of you like to sing and maybe you're becoming more comfortable with sharing your voice or sharing artistic expression, whether that be through fashion, through baking, through, even just playing your music in the car in the aux with your friends. Like, I know sometimes that's pretty intimate to share your music or to express ourselves. Sharing parts of yourself through self-expression. That's what I feel here. That's the version of self you're becoming. You're also becoming either more deep, or if you've already been a very deep person all along, you're just becoming more comfortable with showing that to the world, your depth, and having people meet you deeply. Maybe that's why you showed up as the Little Mermaid here, because you're able to swim to the depths of the waters within yourself, within life. And with you got the love here, codependency, boundaries, I feel like you're becoming a lot more social in a way where it's no longer unhealthy. And I'm not saying that you had an unhealthy way of loving before. I feel like you had a very healthy perception of love before. Though what I will say is maybe you didn't have the best people around you that appreciated that love you gave, or gave you the healthy love you were giving in return. But I feel those experiences empowered you and taught you boundaries and self-love. And now you're able to have that self-love, but also be your authentic self in the world again. Show yourself in the world again. Let yourself be seen in some way. Open up to others again in a healthy way, where we now have stronger boundaries and more love for self, but also love for others. And I feel like with I remember here, the fated life versus the destiny life, you're becoming the version of yourself you're destined to become. I really feel called to tell you to look at your North Node in astrology. I feel like you're becoming more of that North Node version of self. So it could be different for all of you depending on what your North Node is. But you can go on Google and say North Node in, for example, Gemini, and then you'll see a description of that. So I feel like that is added on to who you're becoming, but also like whatever I mentioned here, whoever you're becoming, it's like you are fated to become this empowered version of self. This very confident, authentic version of self. So now let's end off with the Astral Realms Crystal Oracle. So Spirit Guides of Pile 2, who are they becoming? We have Desert Jasper, Vesta, and Resolve, card 32. I feel like this has already happened. You've resolved your past and now you're ready to move to the future, to this new beginning. And I feel like everything maybe you're becoming is not quite mentioned here, because I feel like it becomes a ripple effect in terms of you becoming what I've already mentioned. Like I said, it's a new version of self and it's ever growing, like I said in the beginning. So you're going to add more traits onto that in the future. So this is what I see in your reading, my pal twos. I really hope this reading resonated for you. If it did, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I can't wait to see you in my next reading. Bye! Hi there, my pal number threes. If you chose this amethyst crystal and the card You're Not Alone, this reading is for you. We're going to be taking a look at who you are becoming. So before we get started, I just want to say happy New Year's. I know it's a little bit late, but I haven't been posting videos. I took a little bit of a break, but I'm back now and I'm very excited to do this reading for you. Let me know down in the comments how your holiday season was. I love to just chat with you guys and see a little bit about your lives too. So yeah, as we get into this reading, please only take what resonates, leave the rest. By the way, if my voice sounds a little bit weird, I am recovering from a cold. So the card you chose says You're Not Alone, isolation, physical connection, and community. Okay, so as soon as I tapped into the energies of your reading, I'm clairaudiently hearing a clock tick. Yeah, I'm hearing a clock tick. So it's like, as I say that, I'm hearing Lizzo's voice, like it's about damn time. I think that's her. I don't know. I don't listen to her music, but um, whoever you're becoming, it's like it's time now, or it is going to happen very soon. I think a theme we've seen in all three piles, but nevertheless, it's also showing up in your pile, is you becoming someone more open to community, more open to connections outside of you. So I feel like, you chose the amethyst crystal. You've always been someone connected to your own inner mystic, your own inner free spirited side, I want to say, like your own magical side of self. And I feel like maybe some of you have been more of the types of people that aren't necessarily like alone in a sense, like lonely. Maybe some of you have experienced loneliness, but I feel like a lot of you have always enjoyed your own alone time. But now in this next chapter of your life, I see you being a little bit more open to physical connections and community with others. And I feel like maybe in the past, especially if you had people around you that you felt like you couldn't really be your true self around, or you felt like you maybe needed a break from them because after a while it got draining, especially for my introverted people here. Um, I'm hearing the song Loner by Kali Uchis. Maybe certain people in your life made you feel like you wanted to be alone, because in the song she basically talks about, certain people making her want to rather be a loner because, they're breaking her heart in some way. So maybe some of you have experienced that, but I feel in this next chapter of your life, you're becoming the same version of self, but just more open to the outside world and open to people, letting people into your space and into your heart. And that's not to say you will change completely and, for example, become completely extroverted from introverted. I don't think it's a huge change unless you want it to be. But I think it's just more of a slow change, baby steps change, where certain people come into your life that are helping you see that you can let people in, and that yes, you can also enjoy your alone time and your me time because you deserve that, but you can also enjoy time spent with others that allow you to be yourself, that make you feel like you're not drained, that these are people you don't need a social battery for. These are people you feel fully comfortable with. And that's what I feel here from the You're Not Alone card. So I know that's maybe not about yourself, but I feel like you're becoming more of this version of self that is relationship orientated, community orientated. I'm even feeling for some of you, more family orientated. If that resonates with you, take what resonates, leave the rest. So we're going to use the Tarot of the Divine. This is actually a new tarot deck, so I'm excited to be using it for the first time for you today. So Spirit Guides of pile number 3s. More interactions with others, soul family connections, people that make you feel like you belong. Not people that make you feel like an outcast, especially for those that have felt that way before, that have felt like you can't truly show yourself like to the world, like this feeling of like, what if they think I'm weird? Or I'm not saying you are, but you get what I mean. Like maybe some of you have experienced that because I'm feeling that energy. If not, that's okay. So Spirit Guides of pile number 3s, who are they becoming? We have the 5 of Cups. We have the 6 of Cups. I'm seeing a vision of a cat meowing, so maybe some of you are also opening up to pets, like if you don't have pets, or maybe you are becoming closer to your own pets, or having new pets come in with your pets. I don't know. I'm just seeing that for some of you. Or maybe you're becoming more cat-like in nature, or maybe you've always been someone cat-like in nature in the sense of like you like your alone time. Cats very much like their alone time and they have strong boundaries. But cats can also be very cute and cuddly and inviting. So maybe you're finding more balance in that sense, like that. Okay, so we have the Queen of Cups. This one showed upright, whereas the rest that came out were more mysterious. So that's very interesting. I feel like this is a very obvious um, Queen of Cups energy. You already know that you're becoming more like this, whereas the rest is hidden. So we have the Knight of Cups. I'm hearing the word self-exploration as well. So you're becoming more comfortable with self-exploration. And it's not like you're becoming a different version of self. With the Six of Cups here, you know, as you explore yourself, those versions of self have already been within you, lying dormant within you, waiting to be revealed, like a treasure within, but you're finding it, you're exploring it, and you're finding those new parts of self that have always been there. Um, but I feel like a clearing has happened here with the Five of Cups, where you've first explored some of the emotional aspects of self that needed healing, like certain disappointments you've gone through, especially in terms of connections. We have the Seven of Cups. Okay. We have the Four of Cups. The Devil. It's funny, I heard deceiving as soon as I pulled this Devil card without seeing the Devil card. So maybe you've had, since the Devil card is opposite the Six of Cups, and the Six of Cups is all about past energies, maybe you've had certain toxic people in your past that made you feel like you wanted to be alone, that you didn't want to open up your heart to others. But now I feel like you are becoming more open to newfound relationships that aren't like this toxic energy, that are more compassionate and open to you and genuine, sincere. We have strength. So you're finding your strength after healing from certain toxic connections. I just felt a sensation as if my lip has been bitten. What does that mean, Spirit? Okay, as soon as I asked that, I asked your spirit guides, and they're showing me firstly the song. While I'm hearing the song, I bite my tongue. It's a bad habit. So maybe you're becoming more of this person that is more open with self-expression, where you're not holding back anymore with what you want to say to others. In terms of expressing yourself, even with the peacock here, I just noticed you're becoming more comfortable with standing out, because I feel like you've always been someone that stood out in some way. And maybe you've had vindictive or jealous people around you, because I feel the solar plexus energies, and the solar plexus energies is all about self-worth, that made you feel like unworthy or broke you down in some way, to not feel as good about yourself. But now you're becoming this healed version of self, where you've dealt with that, and you're becoming more of this person that knows your inner strength, that knows your inner power, that knows your worth. And I feel like you're starting to allow yourself to stand out more, and realize that people that really truly love you wouldn't do that to you. So I feel like you're inviting in more of this Queen of Cups energy into your life, in terms of people around you, where you're wanting more more people around you that are truly emotionally available and emotionally intelligent and aren't going to do to you what has been done to you in the past. And I feel like you're not going to attract people like that in the past anymore, because you already know your own power and strength, and you can already see the red flags in people intuitively because you've been through it before. If you ever encounter individuals like this devil energy. But I feel like you've experienced a lot of jealousy in the past, but now you're letting yourself shine regardless of, other people's feelings. Like, let's say you're walking around in public and you're shy to wear something. This time you're just gonna wear it. Even if you look a little bit quote unquote overdressed or quote unquote extra, you know, I love that extra energy. You're gonna be like that person that just stands out like the peacock and shows all your feathers, shines out to the world. Okay, we have the Tower. One more card for who are they becoming? We have the King of Coins. And we have the Ten of Wands. Okay, at the end, I'm going to pull some oracle cards. At the back of the deck, we have the Two of Cups. So again, you're becoming more of a relationship-orientated person. And this doesn't just have to be romantic connections. It can be friendship, new family, or your own family, or children, if you have any, or if you want to, pets. Just relationships to others. So I find it very funny that we have a turtoise. I don't know how to pronounce that. Sorry, turtoise here. And you know how they go back in their shell when they're scared, and then they come out when they're safe. I feel like you're going to be coming out of your shell, pile number 3. This is the version of you you're becoming. It's like that version of you was already in you. It's not like you're becoming a different version of self. It was already within you in the past, but it just remained within because you never felt safe enough to let your true authentic self out, to let that self-expression out, that innovative side of self, that unique side of self that is meant to be seen by others and appreciated by those that truly care for you and love you. Because I feel like you're very unique individuals, and I feel like you're coming out of your shell and letting that side of yourself be seen in some way by the people closest to you. And with a Tower card, it's like a destruction of all that negative energy in the past, where you're healing from what is almost like felt like it was going to break you in the past, but you've never broken from that. You've only grown stronger. So I feel like who you're becoming a lot more stronger. You're becoming a lot more emotionally healed with the Queen of Cups opposite Ten of Wands, and strength. Your emotions are healing. So you're becoming more of an emotionally healed person. Becoming more comfortable with your emotionally deep side, realizing that the people around you that truly love you and cherish you will not make you feel this need to go back in your shell. They're going to make you feel safe. So I feel in addition to who you're becoming, there's a lot of more people around you that are sort of like you, that are also unique individuals, or even if they're not quite unique, they allow you to self-express. And it's not like they have to allow you, but it's like they're not criticizing or judging you for that. And it's like they're holding a safe space to you. So I feel like who you're becoming has a lot to do with the people around you. And I'm noticing these roots here. So you're becoming a lot more grounded and rooted in your authentic version of self, where nothing can shake that. With the Seven of Cups, we see these bunch of genie lamps here, and it reminds me of Aladdin when they go inside that place. I don't know what it was, but then they found the genie lamps and there was lots of treasures. And I said something about you finding your inner treasure. So I feel like You're going to find a lot of inner treasures within yourself that you didn't even realize that was there. And Spirit is not being specific on what this is, but it's relating a lot to the heart chakras, love, and the solar plexus, self-worth. So it relates a lot to relationships, certain opportunities you wish for, since we have the genie lamps here, certain things you wish for or wish to be, wish to become. That's what you're finding or becoming. And you're becoming rooted within that, where it continues to grow. And there continues to be more things that blossom out, more fruits that blossom, that grow. Okay. So I feel with the Knight of Cups, I feel like you've always been a loving person, but you're now gonna show more love to others. That side of yourself is gonna be seen more, if that makes sense. So you're becoming more relationship orientated, community orientated, in a healthy way, with healthy relationships around you. It's almost like going back to that sensation I felt where my lips felt like they had been bitten. Um, and I'm imagining like a healing balm on my lips. So it's almost like you're going through this awakening where this not new version of you is emerging, but old version of you that is emerging, where you're allowing it to be seen, but it's full of a healing balm now where nothing can destroy it or hurt it. So it's like you can come out of the shell, but now you have a healing balm around you that protects you. So I feel like you're protected and shielded from all negativity, all jealous, because all jealousy, all gossip, all envy, all people that are operating in that energy, you're protected from that, because I feel your spirit guides don't want you to experience that again, because you've already learned the lessons from that. You've already grown from that with the skull here. So a rebirth has happened in your energy. And it's not like you're becoming a different version of self, but you're rebirthing in who you already are, and you're growing even more with all these tree symbolisms here. You're becoming stronger, you're becoming more empowered, you're becoming more compassionate to self as well, like compassionate to past versions of self. Because I feel like you've always been empathetic and nurturing to others, but you're now extending that compassion to self as well. You're becoming more comfortable with your emotions and with expressing your emotions to others, especially those that are emotionally available around you. You're becoming more empowered is the word I want to say. So now let's take a look at your oracle cards. Okay, so Spirit Guides of pile number 3. I'm not sure if I mentioned this is the Tarot of the Divine. This is the Starseed Oracle. Okay, so Spirit Guides on my pile number 3s. Who are they becoming, please? So we have I remember, the soul plan, the fated life versus the destiny life. So you are always destined to let your true authentic self emerge. Also with King of Coins, I want to say you're becoming more of this, also this version of self that is more open to material abundance. And the Seven of Cups, like you're more open to abundance, more in this abundant mindset, less in a lack mindset and more of an abundant mindset. And you're becoming a very rich individual with a rich inner world. And it's like you're finding all the riches to life, whether that be actual financial abundance or, you know, the treasures of love, the treasures of life. It's like you're becoming enamored in those treasures. It's not like you're becoming more of a materialistic individual, but you could become more of an individual that enjoys the physical world and the material world, because we are living in a material world. I'm hearing that song, I'm a material girl in a material world. So yeah, with the fated life versus the destiny life, I feel like you're fated to come out of your shell. That's what I see there. So who are they becoming? We have big picture thinking with Pleiades energy, visionary and inspired ideas. So I feel like you're becoming more of a visionary, or if you've already been if you've already been a visionary, maybe you're letting those ideas be seen. Maybe you're putting yourself out there more in the sense of what you want to do in the world, the opportunities you want to gain, the vision you have for your life, the vision you have for your career, your goals. You're allowing yourself to think more big. So you're going to be more of this big picture thinking person that puts your ideas out there and believes in yourself more. So I see you becoming more of a person that believes in yourself more. So now let's end off with the Astral Realms Crystal Oracle. I just heard a breath of fresh air. Like life is going to feel like you can finally breathe. You can finally unclench your jaw. You finally feel safe. It's a breath of fresh air, and you finally feel true appreciation and gratitude for where you are. We have Super 7, Alrisha Star, and Direction card 20. I feel with this card, you're trusting your intuition a lot more with Amethyst Crystal in terms of which direction you want to go in your life. And this doesn't have to be big things. It could be small decisions you want to make in your daily life, big decisions. You're just following your intuition in which direction you want to go. So I see you becoming more comfortable with your intuitive side, more comfortable with your mystical side, and allowing it to guide you. And there is no right or wrong answer. There is no right or wrong path. It's just where you intuitively feel guided to. So I see you becoming more of a decisive person in the sense of, okay, I want to go on this path because my intuition is taking me here, and I trust in myself. I trust in my intuition. So I see you becoming more trusting of self. But also, it's like if I want to take both paths, I don't have to fully let go of this because I feel like you're very multidimensional people. So it's like, let's say I want to do many different things and I only have time for one right now. It's like, I'm not fully letting go of this path, but I'm keeping it for later. Does that make sense? So I see something like that here. So this was your reading, pile 3. I really hope this reading resonated. If it did, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I can't wait to see you in my next reading. Bye!